Well, in lieu of a full cast of Falcons soaring in the upper air here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium, we've got one that does take to the skies before kickoff. That is the mascot, Freddie Falcon. And at ground level, here they come. A cauldron of Falcons also taking flight out of the tunnel and onto the field in Atlanta. As the work week kicks off tonight, another week of football comes to an end with a Monday night primetime contest between the Los Angeles Rams and the Atlanta Falcons. Here's the punter, Bradley Pinion, to get this one going. And here we go on Monday Night Primetime. Here's Jordan Whittington on the return. And in the end, he's able to get it to about the 25-yard line before he's hauled down. For the Rams offense, getting out there for their opening drive of the game. It's a 17-year pro steering this ship, Brock, an active leader in basically every passing category and continuing to try and build that Hall of Fame case. Matthew Stafford.
All this guy did was lead the Rams to the playoffs for the third time in 4 years, Kate, a season ago. Getting them their first postseason win, in fact, since Super Bowl 56. This guy, he already sits top 10 in career completions, yards, and touchdowns. He's been the model of consistency.
And he'll manage 3 there to begin this one. 2nd and 7 coming up.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
4 yards on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 6. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. That's on target. Puka Nacua. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. A 70-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
All set to go now from the 35. Stafford now on first down. And this one is knocked away from the intended targets. Good start from the defense here as that incompletion brings up 2nd down.
I don't think there's any question about it. You can see right from the jump here the point of emphasis with this coaching staff. Be active with your hands, not just one guy. All these guys are flying around and so actively, aggressively looking for that impact play.
Stafford to throw again on 2nd. Short pass brought in. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
There's no question, Kate, that the big plays down the seam or big tight ends a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They put a receiver in motion right. Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. This one's caught. Smith has it. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
They pick the handoff now, Stafford. He's got Smith again. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. Big gainer here as he picks up 20. And the Rams have the first down.
The numbers are pretty clear, Kate. You get explosive plays. Those explosive plays on drives lead to points. You can't ask for a better start offensively.
Williams now on 1st and 10. Running there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Another run for Williams. And he'll have a small 4-yard chunk there. Tackled by Luke Arororo.
When you don't have great success on first down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune third down situation.
Stafford now on third down. And down he goes. The Falcons defense gets it done. And this defense makes the stop in a big way to bring up fourth down.
All right, first sack on the board, and the first drive as a defense. And now, well, now we let the chess match begin. The adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
So here's Harrison Mevis, ready for the field goal try. This is a 50-yard look from the right hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And they were able to convert despite that errant snap.
I think we're all a little surprised he was able to convert that try. It looked like they were not going to be able to get the ball down with that inaccurate snap. I don't talk about poise a lot of times for a kicker, but he just showed it and paid dividends.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. Brown had the Falcons for their first possession. And leading them out. It's now in his 14th season, Brock. That's not bad for a fourth-rounder out of Michigan State back in 2012, huh? It is Kirk Cousins.
Kate, I don't think I'm the only one wondering whether or not age is catching up to Cousins. He was often injured last year, ultimately benched at the end of the season. But this is a guy who will enter the year top 20 all-time in passing in the NFL and been a durable starter for the majority of it.
First down throw for Cousins. Looking right, and he finds him. He's taken down after reaching the 30. Jared Verse on the tackle.
That's a pretty similar result to a first down run play. Moves it forward, keeps you on schedule, and makes second and third down a whole lot easier to manage.
This is 2nd and 6 coming up. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. Caught out left. And he's going to go out with a pickup of 3. So chipping away a few here ahead of this third down.
Well, he saw his guys pick up the blitz. Well, he felt them pick it up anyway if he wasn't looking at him. But with their effort on his behalf, I think this QB felt owed to them and the group up front to find somebody to get a completion, so that effort up front wasn't in vain.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. That one complete to Pitts. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
You know, Kate, they say a dog is a man's best friend. Well, a tight end that moves the chains on third down, that's a QB's best friend.
1st and 10 from the 43. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Ooh, talk about a bad look there, Brock. Going jumbo set and still moving backwards after that play.
I don't think you're talking to this defense, Kate, because I think they thought that was an excellent look to knock that thing backwards.
Yeah, good point, good point. Out of the gun, Cousins. Mooney downfield, and he has it. And he's going to be driven out of bounds. The gain gets this down inside the 35. Give him 25 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. And a lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
And that carry only gets 1 on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. To the air, Cousins. Got a man, it's Drake London. And nothing to speak of after that catch as the completion gets him down to the 21. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down.
Well, that is pretty darn impeccable timing between the two. They hit a curl route of that length. It takes great anticipation and precision by the quarterback, and the receiver on the other end finishing it, doing his job.
They put Mooney in motion right. 1st and 10, a run to Robinson. And he's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be 2nd down.
As that linebacker makes that tackle right in the middle of the field, all I'm thinking about right now, Kate's training camp. Because that's the middle drill right there. That is textbook. What you do in training camp, coming to life when it matters.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Cousins, a quick throw, complete. For a second, we both thought he'd get the first, but he winds up being just shy of it. Gain of 8, 3rd down.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
3rd down, 1 yard to go. Try and run here with Robinson. And he's going to have enough for the first down. Not by much. He got it. That's all that matters. Sets him up with a 1st and goal. Love the way they decided to keep the drive moving, Brock. Pounding it forward, send an early tone on this opening drive.
It sure does, both physically and then mentally as well, because you know and I know, successful run often leads to great play-action pass.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Throws caught. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
2nd and goal coming up, 5 yards to the end zone. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Caught out wide. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons pull ahead 6-3 in the first. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. Well, his coaching staff has got to be a happy partner. A calm and calculated opening drive. Really impressed with the score, how they controlled the football, and they played at their own pace.
Yeah, it's one of those drives that just pays dividends. I know it's the opening drive, but you're just taking some of the starch out of that defense and putting some doubt in their mind. Like, man, they just methodically shoved it right down our throat.
Zane Gonzalez on for the point after try. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons won up the opposing field goal. They start with 7 on their opening drive. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Whittington now on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. Well, Brock, this game, like all of our games this week, one piece of our John Madden Thanksgiving celebration weekend. A way that the NFL and all of us here at EA Sports honor a legendary figure in the history of this game on a holiday he held dear. So for Brock, myself, everybody on our great EA Sports crew, hope you had an excellent Thanksgiving, everybody, and a great weekend of football. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Throw reeled in by Higbee. And this drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line.
Well, there was never a play in any playbook I ever saw designed for a lost yardage play when you throw the ball. But if there's any solace, at least it was 1st down. A couple more chances to make up for it.
Offense to the line, 2nd down. Draw play. This is Williams. He'll scrape together a few yards, but not much. Third down coming up.
You know, some positive yardage there, Kate, but just as important, they're mixing up their play calling, and they could very well be setting up the defense for a big play later.
Third down, line to gain 9 yards out. Here he goes, third and long. Complete out to the right side. And he's out of bounds before he could challenge for that marker. It's fourth down.
You know, I don't mind the scheme. In fact, I like the call. Just not on that third down in particular. Need to get it closer to the sticks to have a chance to move those chains.
Rams going to punt on fourth down, and they're calling Ethan Evans to the field. And he's brought down before the return gets far. The Falcons taking the field for their second drive. And they're coming off an excellent series throwing the football that led to that touchdown, Brock. So you and I both expecting that defense to be looking for that on this series. First and 10 from the 32. Cousins out of the pistol here. Completed over the middle. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. That play goes for 19 and a new set of downs.
And the Falcons, first down. First and 10 at the 49-yard line.
No doubt they'll take a repeat of how this game began, Brock, and that play has them on their way towards it.
Scripting for success. They'll keep pressing the advantage, too, until some resistance has got to finally appear.
A toss now to Robinson. Very small gain, if anything here, maybe a yard. It's second down.
I don't mind that call on the early downs. Give that defense something to think about. You got the inside run between the tackles, and whether it's jet sweeps or a little swing pass, or in that case a toss, make sure you threaten to the outside.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's second and 9. Robinson on the inside give. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. That tackle made by Kobe Turner.
That result right there is why coaches all across all levels of football on defense talk about good, solid tackling, Kate. It's not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when you can bring a guy down, you're able to, and keep them from piling on those yards.
Third down give to Robinson. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
He's tackled at the 40-yard line. A gain of 3. It's now fourth down and less than a yard.
So with the Falcons set to punt on fourth, on comes Bradley Pinion. And he's got a good chance to really stick him deep his first time out. And it sails out of bounds. That's a good kick. Got all the way down to what looks like the 10-yard line before leaving the field. Out come the Rams on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. First call here coming from the shotgun. Stafford now against the blitz. Good coverage on that deep ball downfield. Throw knocked away. That's going to send it back to the line for second.
That's what I call complimentary defense right there. That pressure by the group up front, that leads to the incompletion and to the benefit of that secondary.
No luck on first down. Here's second and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Fits it through the middle. And he's going to be brought down here at the 42. Wow, they get a big old 32 yards out of that play, as well as a new set of downs.
That's good for a Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. He'll knife his way through for a pickup of 4.
You know, Kate, it's plays like that. It's just kind of the meat and potatoes. Not going to make any highlight reel, but just the positive, efficient plays on the ground. You need to keep plays and drives alive.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. They stay on the ground with Williams. And this is headed the wrong way. They're going to lose yards here. It's going to bring up 3rd down. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
They'll air it out on 3rd. Got it, man. That's Nakua. And they make the tackle at the 38. A pickup of 17. And that's going to be good for an L.A. first down.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your 3rd downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Stafford now on 1st down. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice gain.
There's the importance of staying in phase as a defender. He was all over him in coverage, and that really did help force the incompletion.
After the incompletion, still at the 38, it's 2nd and 10. Stafford has him on the quick hitter, and he's brought down at about that 27-yard line. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the first down.
And those are the completions they rely on from their passing game.
1st and 10 at the 27-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. This is ahead for about 5. Jesse Bates getting up for the stop that time.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
Rolling from the pistol, Stafford has it in close. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, there's a time to be a little finessey with the football, put a little touch on it. And then there's time to put your arm into it and let it eat. Throw it right through your target's chest. This one, well, that one right there was the latter. Smart to make a fastball zing in before anyone could undercut the curl route.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And instead of pushing for the line, look at that, he's pushed backwards to the 5. He is quickly making a habit out of wrecking plays, Brock, and it doesn't seem to matter what type of play that is.
It's what the best of them do. We talk about just the versatility of offensive players being dual threats. This guy's a dual threat against the pass, and that time stuffing the run.
On 3rd and 2, Stafford. And he's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams hold a slim 2-point lead early. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw up plays that have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
Harrison Mevis on to try the point after. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Rams push their lead to 3.
Falcons 7.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. On the return, here's D. Alford. And this drive will start inside the 25. And that's going to do it for our first quarter here on Monday Night Primetime. Scoreboard shows 10-7. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Back for our second quarter. It's Falcons football. They have 1st and 10. Cousins now off the play fake. Looking right, and he finds him. And this one gets to the 33-yard line before it stops.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
On 2nd down, Robinson. Extra cut to the right sideline. And he's all the way across midfield, down inside that 45-yard line. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
No frills, nothing fancy. That was just a good old offensive line dominated in the trenches. And that sprung them to get to the second level and beyond.
So 1st down from the 41. London going to motion over right. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Throw right side. Caught by Mooney. And he's taken down at the 30. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Good offenses. Good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They'll run the draw with Robinson, who dodged the tackle. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
A gain of 20 more yards. That's another Falcons 1st down. 1st down and goal to go.
Oh, they didn't see what that draw had coming until it was too late, Kate. And when they saw the opening he's about to hit, well, can't really repeat what they were saying down there, but I can promise you none of it was any good.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. Trying to run in, Algier. And the power play up the gut only results in 2 yards.
SOS. You hear me talk about it between the 20s a lot. Stay on schedule. But it comes into play 1st and goal situations too, because a run like that now, well, leaves that whole playbook wide open for you.
Ball placed at the 7. It's 2nd and goal. Out of the gun, Cousins. He's got it. And this one stopped at the 3-yard line.
Well, that's a modest little drag route, but if you ever just need a safe, short gain on a throw, that's a go-to route to target.
Third and goal, they need 3 yards here. Pressure coming, it's Cousins. And it's incomplete on 3rd and goal. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. They want the touchdown on 4th and goal. They're going for it from the 3. 4th down, pass coming. And the defender comes away with it.
Hey, listen, whether he swatted that down or made the pick, either way, this defense is going to be celebrating one heck of a goal line stand. But I'll tell you this, that pick, what it does, Kate, it plants a little seed of doubt in that quarterback's mind the next time he's down there.
The Rams set to go on offense once more. And that last drive, no answer for what they were doing through the air. So expect some tighter coverage this time around. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Stafford now off the play fake. And he's not quite that fast. Let him just a bit too much. That's incomplete. Looking that time for Terrence Ferguson. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
I think if you look up in phase in the defensive encyclopedia, that is a picture-perfect form of it. He was all over him in coverage, really forcing the incompletion.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. Screen here for Williams. This is not going to get it done on 3rd down. They catch it behind the line. This goes for a loss.
Not terribly complicated on this one. Just not the 3rd down screen you wanted to run. Little chance they were getting the first, and apparently little chance they were going to even gain a positive yard at all.
The Rams are set to punt. Back deep for the Falcons is Mike Hughes. And he gets him a small chunk of yards there before he winds up out of bounds. The Falcons, and running back Bijan Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. And we'll see if they go right back to the passing game here, coming off an interception they threw in enemy territory. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And all he can get is 1 yard. Ran that right into the defensive front.
This offense is now left with some ground to make up a little bit here on 2nd down after that drive starts with a very minimal gain.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Finds his back, it's Robinson. Dodges another stop. And he's going to have this one down to the 28. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 28-yard line.
Speaks to this guy's talent as just an all-around difference maker, playmaker. We see him line up as a receiver, and we don't even bat an eye, Kate. And we don't really bat an eye when he makes that kind of play either. This guy's just different, built for the moment.
First down throw for Cousins. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
Every once in a while, it's fine to be conservative on first down, especially when you get enough to stay on schedule and get a little something coming out of it, too.
Second down now, 7 to go. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Short pass brought in. And he's tackled with the first down yardage.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
They'll come up on 1st and 10. Running left is Robinson. And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Throwing from the gun. Looking, isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
You get into the red zone and every detail matters. It matters on the whole 100 yards. But, Kate, once you get inside this red zone, it is so critical. And let's tip our cap to the defense on the details, creating that sack.
Will this drive continue? Here comes 3rd down. Here he goes, 3rd and long. And he sails that one over the end zone.
Those are the kind of decisions you got to make in that spot. And the smart quarterbacks, they seem to do it consistently. When you're in enemy territory, a throwaway is always better than risking a turnover.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. This from 35 yards away. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And we're all tied up now in the first half.
Anytime you start sniffing that red zone and you don't score 6, you only come away with 3 points. Not what you're looking for on the call sheet.
So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Whittington now on the return. Jukes away from one. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. Possession switching back to the LA offense as they head out. Their last drive didn't make it very far before they had to punt it away, partner. So hopefully this one has some better legs to it. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mocked up too.
That's the kind of yardage. It's not going to kill this drive on the first play, but it does put you a little bit behind schedule. Now 2nd down becomes critical because nobody wants a 3 and out.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Straight ahead with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A gain of about 3, so a 1/3 of what they needed. 3rd and 6 coming up.
You make that call to just give yourself a fighting chance on 3rd down, Kate. Take at least a little bite of the big meal between them and the 1st down marker. And that should make this upcoming call a little less daunting.
They'll throw 3rd and long. Complete beyond the marker. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. That's an 11-yard pickup, and it gives them the 1st down.
First down. A gain of 11 on the play. And the Rams first down.
Double coverage, a deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And they get this down to the 44 before he stopped.
14 more yards.
They pick up 14 yards on that one, and the Rams have the first down.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. Williams now on 1st and 10. Now he continues to find no traction on the ground here, Brock, as they bring him down for no gain.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
44-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Falcons driving in, and they're going to bring him down. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
Flat out a tremendous call. Perfect timing to blitz the corner, and the result proves it. There was barely time for the QB to set himself up to throw, let alone look downfield for a target before he was absolutely decked by somebody who I think enjoyed that chance to rush the passer.
Let's see what they went with on 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Nakua here. He's got it. And they bring him down, but not before he advances it all the way to the 20. Well, most drives should end right there, but they beat the defense and convert on 3rd and 17.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
This defense did the best they could to track him as he ran all the way across the field, but eventually, you're just going to lose him. And that's when a completion was made. It turned it into a significant gain.
That last shot took him right down to the front of the red zone. Here's 1st down. Working inside the red zone. To the end zone, but incomplete. Took their shot there on 1st down, Brock, but don't come away with any points just yet. Didn't see a whole lot of room to fit that pass in, Brock. It takes a special quarterback to thread the needle. He couldn't do it.
You know what that's like? That's like passing across your own crease in hockey, Kate. That's a big no-no. When you challenge double coverage in the end zone, then let me tell you, coaches don't really like that either.
Finds him over the middle. And he's brought down, but there's some laundry on the field.
Defense.
He got too aggressive to try and stop that play, and they tag him for pass interference. This drive just keeps on moving. After the penalty, resets that marker. In motion left is Atwell. We put a receiver in motion left. Running it after the penalty. And there's the stop, but he's got 9 yards on 1st down.
I got to really rack my brain, Kate, to remember a play, a run in this league that nice. He doesn't end up getting an offensive 1st down. He did all he could to will this drive forward.
Well, after a quality effort on the last play, just really need to fall forward here to pick up that 1st down. On 2nd down, it's Williams again. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 2.
That's certainly a spot where you could be more aggressive, Kate, if you wanted to take your shots. But some coaches, even the bolder ones, will take the safe play first when they get it from time to time. No 3rd down required now.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Williams hits the end zone for the Los Angeles touchdown. The Rams take a 2nd quarter lead. Kyron Williams the touchdown. So, Brock, this offense starting to find its rhythm a bit as they finish things with a touchdown there to give them the lead.
And the key word there that you said is finish, because you want to have that mindset, even early in the game, that field goals aren't going to cut it. So that's great work to make sure they finish with 6 points.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
Falcons 10.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They'll look to knot up this game right now as they trail 17-10. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And it's a quality effort here as he's pushed out right along the 40. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that is good enough for Atlanta. 1st down.
A run like that, Kate, it just gives everybody a little bit more bounce offensively, because you also know it can set the table for more.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Cousins. He's got London left side. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
Offense is set. This is 2nd and 2. Here's Robinson. And finally, they bring him down. He shook off a couple of defenders there on a nice pickup. 5 yards on that play and enough for a new set of downs.
This dude was just not going to be stopped. Not by the first defender. Heck, not even by the second one who was able to bring him down. No, it took a few shots before this crew could finally get this beast down.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he gets a few on the plays forward.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
So 2nd and 6 awaits on the other side. We've reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. 2nd and 6 coming up here. Looking to throw, Cousins. Finds London on the slant. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They've got 1st down here from the 36. Throwing is Cousins. This time they're going to get to him before he can get that pass away as he goes down. And that sack quickly changes the tone of this series, Brock. It's 2nd down.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down. And he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Chased out to his right. And he works this to the 38 before going down.
This is one of those occasions that it looks so promising when you take off as a quarterback, and then you're reminded just how fast these defenses are in the NFL. Couldn't quite move the chains, but it wasn't for a lack of trying.
This drive is in trouble. Got to figure out 3rd and 12. Third and long. They're going to throw. Throwing this one back at the end zone. He couldn't hang on, Brock. It looked like a touchdown, but it slips right through his hands, and now it's fourth down.
Oh, that is such a bummer. A dropped touchdown right in the end zone. We're going to see how quickly he can flush this one. He better, because they got to make an impact later.
The Falcons getting ready for the punt. Almost got to him, and this is a rush kick. Oh, not good.
Personal foul. Roughing the kicker. Defense.
A fortunate break for them as they get a gift with roughing the kicker. Their offense heading back out to keep things going.
Automatic first down.
You gotta be smarter than that. No reason to hit the kicker there, and that gives them a first down. They'll run here, following the penalty. And he goes out of bounds. That's gonna set up first and goal.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want in the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
First and goal at the 6-yard line.
Breaking the huddle, here's first and goal. From the red zone on first. Cut near the goal line. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime.
Part of the reason I leave you pregame, Kate, and get down to that field and watch these guys throw and catch is I want to see their timing. I want to see their anticipation. That is picture perfect right there. A crossing route thrown that quickly tells me these two are on the same page.
Cousins. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons earn the chance to tie before halftime. Drake London with the touchdown. It's plays like this that make him so well regarded across this league, Brock.
Yes, that's just a difference-making receiver, Kate.
Yep.
You expect him to be the target down here. You did, I did, the defenders did. But what makes him a star is even when people know his number's being called, he still finds a way to deliver.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons make it 17-all. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Blake Corum now to return it. This makes it up to the 25. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he sure has put on that chef's hat to dice up their defense early in this one. Quite the appetizer that he's prepared to what could be a great overall performance. They've got first down here, but just 18 seconds to work with. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And his effort results in maybe 2 yards, but nothing more.
He was brought down by Caden Ellis. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the 27-yard line.
So we're all knotted up here at the half, Brock, as we send this over to our buddy Scott Hansen, who's got our halftime report. Scott?
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Scott Hansen back with you in the studios in Orlando. We've got a close one, as we expected. No quarter given on either side. We are all tied up at the break. This one could go either way, so let's find out as they're ready for the third quarter kickoff. Send it back out to the stadium and our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, thanks for that hard work, Scott. These two teams ready to break this tie as we welcome you back for the third quarter. Well, we're set up for an incredible second half, all tied as we kick it away here in quarter number 3. Alford now to return it. And this gets out to the 30 before he stops. The Falcons, running back Bijan Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. And they could take control of the second half early, Brock, if they break the tie on this opening drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. They've got a man in motion. A toss now to Robinson. And he's brought down as the drive starts out with a 4-yard gain.
That is simply a stay-on-schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Brings up 2nd and 5 at the 35-yard line.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. Here's Robinson running the zone read. They get to him behind the line block. Looks like they're going to lose a couple on that zone read. The presence of those tight ends works both ways, Brock. You know this. Gives them more blockers up front, but it also clues the defense in to be ready for that run.
Yeah, you could put 7 blockers up there, even put 8, I don't know, 9. All the blockers in the world, but if they don't work in concert together to create a lane, it doesn't matter.
Throwing on third, Cousins. Throwing the out route complete. And he's going to get this up close to the 40 before going out.
You know, I like the completion. You never turn down a completion. That's just not the right throw to make in that spot to move the chains.
On now comes their punter. It'll be Bradley Pinion doing the honors. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. Up close to the 30. Now we see after that play, one of the Falcons having some trouble out there. They'll head out to look at him. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Give to Williams from the gun. Trucks a defender. And they'll take him down after he advances this up to about the 43. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down in just one play. But when you get that big play potential on the ground, geez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
Stafford now on first down. That's him on the quick hitter. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Completed over the middle. And they're going to keep moving forward, Brock, down inside the opposing 30. That chunk worth a nice 21 yards. And the Rams have the first down.
First down. A gain of 21 yards. First down, Los Angeles.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
And the receiver's going to take this one on the jet sweep. Trying to find a cutback upfield, but nothing doing. They take him down for a loss.
You see that sweep blown up before it gets to the outside, you know defensively, tremendous anticipation. But even more, better execution.
Everyone's prepped. It's second down now. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Tough one to retain through that hit. And things look tougher now with 3rd and long.
I think that was a throw, Kate, that just came a little bit too late. What it did is it gave that defense time to come up and deliver a pop and knock the ball loose before he could secure it fully.
Throwing is Stafford on 3rd. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
There's not a quarterback alive that enjoys throwing it away on 3rd down. But that's a good case right there of live to play another day. Live to play another series and don't put the ball in harm's way.
For the field goal. A 45-yard attempt.
Mevis able to knock it through. And they've taken back the lead.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and a 2-for-2 for this kicker.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Alford now to return it. And he's brought down just inside the 25. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. And as they get set, partner, gotta imagine they're bringing some urgency with them to the field this drive too.
Yeah, I think you and I both know in calling these NFL games that sense of urgency can be replaced by full-blown panic in a hurry. So find a way to possess the ball and, more importantly, score some points.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Here's Robinson to start the drive. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They managed 22 on the rip and a 1st down.
Those unsung heroes, those big guys up front on the O-line, well, let's give them a little love right here, Kate. They don't always get the attention they deserve on the broadcast, but let me tell you, they played a huge role in that big old run.
Receiver in motion going left. 1st down, and they go right back to it. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. You can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
The one thing I could say positive about the execution of that play is at least he didn't go backwards.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on 2nd down. Play action now for Cousins. And downfield, and he finds London. And out of bounds he goes on that big pickup. They're inside the red zone now. Excellent pickup to move the chains. 36 yards in the end.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Cousins, a quick throw, complete. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
As any quarterback will tell you over the course of their career, it's not easy to deliver an accurate throw as you're about to get smacked.
2nd and 3 now. They put Mooney in motion right. And in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a third-quarter lead. So that, Brock, an important score here as they move out in front.
This is the time of the game where your legs just get a little bit tired. But that was a determined-looking drive right there. They were not going to be denied, and they're able to score and take the lead.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead.
The score, Falcons 24, Rams 20.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Corum now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And like we've seen from him before, Brock, he got a good game going early through the air and kept the pressure up from then on. He's still taking it to him now as we work through this second half. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Up the gut they go with Williams. And he is stopped as he reaches that 46-yard line. So 20 yards on that play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
I'll tell you what, kid, one of the things I'm most proud of coming out of broadcast are my O-line buddies that will hit me up during the game and say thank you. Thank you for finally showing some love and giving some light to what those big boys are doing up front. I got to play with some of the best to do it. I got to see it up close and personal. Because of it, I'll never forget it. And they just showed up on that run.
He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
If there's ever a play we could call garden variety in the NFL, I think we just saw it right there. That's an uneventful run and a pretty sound stop there defensively.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. On the play fake, here's Stafford. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's down inside the 40 before he's escorted out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
So fresh set of downs now from the 39. They'll run. This is Williams. Solid gain on that play, Brock. That's 5 yards. It's going to be 2nd down.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. They stay on the ground with Williams. And this is going to make it down to the 24-yard line. They come through with a nice gain there. Gain of 10, first down.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Another run for Williams, who swarms in the middle. This gets maybe a yard. Leonard Floyd bringing that play to a close.
Okay, a 2-yard run on first down. I think that keeps you ahead of schedule. You're going to have to pick up the pace.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8. Stafford from the gun. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Well-timed strike by that defender to knock it free. And that's going to leave him with a tough 3rd and long.
As a defense, you got to see the pass. You got to time up your hit, and you got to jar that ball loose. Not a lot of offensive players are hanging on to that one through a well-placed hit.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And this is down all the way to the 3. They get 19, and now they're going to have 1st and goal.
I'm not sure how this defense let that guy slip through him like that. On 3rd down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity, and man, did he make an impact play.
4 downs to get this across. Here's 1st and goal. Williams takes it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 3rd quarter lead. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. It's what every player who scores a touchdown wants to do, Brock. He wants to get right back there and put another 6 on the board.
I've never met an NFL player content with 1 end zone trip in a game.
Nope.
Yeah, if you're content, you're not making it to this league. You get one, you're instantly thinking of another, and the fortunate few are able to actually deliver on it.
Mevis now for the extra point.
For the extra point.
Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Rams push their lead to 3.
Falcons 24.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Alford now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And as some running lanes have closed, he's just found some new ones. Continuing to hit this defense, more good numbers well into this 2nd half. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. And he's able to manage a couple on that run.
I think we got to be careful, and I'll raise my hand of thinking that play was just a nothing burger. Because what can happen from that, Kate, is you put some nice toppings on it. A play-action pass, a shot that comes down the road from what looked like a very plain play.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. They'll run the draw with Robinson. He's hit just before he can pick up that first. So 3rd and short coming up from the 33.
Well, that doesn't net a 1st down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
All right, looks like they're going to try to power this across. Goal line formation on 3rd and inches. They sneak it with Cousins. They were loaded and ready for that sneak, weren't they? They stop him at the line. No gain.
It's a gain of a yard.
That's more than a must-get for a quarterback. I really put that in the always-get territory. Even if the defense knows what's coming, you got to be able to drive forward for at least a couple inches.
So they'll head up here 1st and 10 from the 34. Robinson on the inside give. Bounces this outside, winds up with a nice chunk of yards there as a result. It's 2nd down.
He's brought down.
You gain that kind of yardage in the run game, and you're going to gain the trust of your offensive coordinator. Plays like that, runs like that, set the table for everything else in the playbook.
1st down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. There's the fake, Cousins to throw. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions, from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. And they just did.
And he puts some air under this one, right side. And we all saw it. Flag came out just before that one fell incomplete. They may still get some big yards out of this one. So they make the stop, but they do it with some illegal aid. The referees say there was interference that time.
And this is why it is so hard to stop these offenses. It's hard enough to cover, right, obviously, without being penalized, but then you get a little bump, you get a little push, and now you get a third down conversion via penalty.
That's a nice, quick correction for this front, Brock. Give up the big play and then get a little back on the very next one.
Exactly the kind of response you want to see from your defense. You got to forget about the big play for now and stay focused on that next snap.
Out of the gun, Cousins. He's got it over the middle. So a solid gain there, Brock, but still third down and short that they've got to figure out now as they pick up 9 on that previous play.
You know, Kate, over the years, I've heard defensive coordinators say, hey, you got to earn the right to rush the passer. You got to earn the right for me to call blitzes. And when you call a blitz and you don't get home and you don't hit the quarterback, you've earned nothing.
Third down give to Robinson. He's got the first down grab and still going. And he's in. It's an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a third-quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So great work by the running back there, Brock. He saw a little bit of space, took advantage, and he took it all the way for 6.
So good, Kate. You'll hear running back coaches say this: slow to and then explode through. And that's exactly what he did. Slow to the hole, but explodes for the touchdown.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. The point after splits the uprights. And the Falcons take a 4-point lead.
31, Rams 27.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Whittington now on the return. Showing a little burst so far. He's racing past midfield. And he'll go out of bounds well into enemy territory. Looks like he's right around the 40-yard line.
This is one of those times, Kate, where special teams have a chance to be special. Right? The opponent goes down and scores a touchdown, and you just know you've got to respond and quell some of the momentum in the building. A return like that, well, it's off to a great start.
The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And the first half scoring has continued so far in this second half as they try to keep the pace. From the 40-yard line now, this is 1st and 10. From the gun, a carry by Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Short pass brought in. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
5 yards on the play. And it's 3rd down.
So now here's 3rd and 5. Throwing from the gun. And it's incomplete, and that's going to bring up fourth down.
The numbers tell us pretty clearly, you get to third and long, extra long, it's really hard to stay on the field. That's disappointing because that was third and manageable and an incomplete.
So for the third time tonight, they're going to bring him out for a field goal try. It'll be 51 yards from the left hash. And this kick is good. He needed to get all of it there, and he did. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
Listen, all he could do is make the kicks he's called out there to make. They need extra points from him, but for now, he's able to handle his third field goal of the game and just inch them a little bit closer.
Things trim back down to a single point, Brock, as they send this off and away. Here's Carter on the return. All right, and in the end, Brock, this is going to make it out to the 30. The Falcons, their running back was John Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. They've certainly had no issues scoring, but their opponents have been right there with them, so they can really use some more points on this drive. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Cousins now off the play fake. Tight end reels in the shallow throw. And he picks up a good chunk of yards here. Looks to be about 7. He's up to the 37.
Kid, I can promise you that's one of those play-action plays they've repped over the week. During practice, the both quarterback and tight end went to bed last night thinking, man, I hope this one's called. And when it is, I hope we have just a little space to operate. That play action works beautifully, and the tight end, the beneficiary.
On 2nd down, Robinson. And that short gain is enough for a new set of down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that first down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
So 1st down from the 41. Staying with Robinson. Escapes the defender. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that 1st down marker.
Less than a ruler needed here on 2nd down. Another carry for Robinson. And the big gain followed by a little bit of a loss here. Defense getting the better of him on that run.
Kate, it's amazing how fast these guys are on the field and how fast your fortunes can turn. 2nd and short run, you're feeling good about yourself. But with a negative play, well, now comes a critical 3rd down.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Right side, reeled in by Pitts. And that short field pass, Brock, is held to the short field. It's going to be 4th and short.
Here we go. Here's one of those game situations that just puts a smile on my face because I can think from Pop Warner to the NFL. Everybody on the field thinking the same thing. Can we go for it? Can we get one more shot as you end up just short on that 3rd down?
So this one goes out of bounds inside the 20, but not by much. They're giving him the 18-yard line. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Ooh, the wide receiver getting it to begin the drive. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense.
It's a loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
All right, we've reached the final quarter of Monday Night Primetime. It's Rams football. They trail late, but this game's still very much in reach. Gave away a couple on the first down run. Now it's going to be 2nd and 12. Now Stafford to throw. That finds Adams downfield. And they will finally catch up to him just a second before he can reach that 40. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Every offense I've ever seen from Pop Warner to the NFL's got this play in the playbook, but every offense isn't capable of executing it because it takes a quarterback and a receiver on the same page. And on that page, it was textbook.
And in a blink, they are up to midfield before somebody manages to stop him. They gain 11 on that play, and the Rams have the first down.
Rams, first down.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great block in the spring of guys hitting blocks downfield, and a back who can show off his wheels.
Going to the ground again on first. And he works his way for a gain of 4.
Really good patience right there. It's hard to do for runners in this league because these holes close up so fast. But he was patient, he was explosive, and he got a nice little gain on the ground.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Straight ahead with Williams. And they find them after just a yard, and it's 3rd down.
He was brought down by J.D. Bertrand. A gain of a yard on the play brings up 3rd and 4.
Here's Stafford. The 3rd down throw falls incomplete.
That is just a nice stretch of some reps there defensively. Really one of the areas when you watch college game to the NFL game that there is a vast difference. And that's the tightness of coverage. These windows of opportunity are small, and they could not find a completion.
The Rams are set to punt. Ethan Evans, the one to kick it away. And no chance at a return. He wisely angled it for the sideline and got it down to the 12 before going out. The Falcons and running back Bijan Robinson getting set to begin another drive. And his production is carried over into this second half. He keeps on running well, even with the workload they placed upon him. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Cousins. Finds his back, it's Robinson. And this gets them well away from dangerous. He is up past their 20. And that one goes for a gain of 11. And that's a Falcon first down.
Play like this, that's exactly where you want to get him the ball. Right on the outside, where he's got the space and a lot more room to work.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. Finds him on the crossing route. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. They get 23 on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down.
At the 46-yard line.
You know I love those chunk completions. They're so critical. Those chunk plays, they lead statistically so often to scoring. And then when you get it to a tight end and play action, it's just a little icing on the cake.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And he finds a little room there before being hauled down, gain of 3.
Ball carrier. The tackle made just shy of midfield. A 3-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 7.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7. Back to throw, Cousins. Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. This play goes for 36. And that's a Falcon first down.
He just made a difficult throw to the outside look elementary, Kate, and that's not easy. The placement, excellent. And it helps set his target up to put some more yards on that stat sheet.
to give. Here's Robinson. And this hasn't been a common sight with him tonight, but the defense wins this rep. He's limited to no gain on the carry.
Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Okay, this is why you got to be careful to just run it always on first down. You got to break your tendencies. The casual fan, well, that casual fan knew what was coming, but more importantly, this defensive front did too.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Makes the catch. And they're going to get this down to the 4 before being stopped. It's a double-digit gain, 10 yards, and now they've got 1st and goal.
That's such a good example, Kate. You don't have to be an elite runner to be a good thrower of the football on the run. The same fundamentals, the attention to detail to be a good pocket passer, they show up on the run as well. That's excellent job getting the completion.
Here's Robinson. And that right there is the start of what could be a goal line stand. They hit him for a loss on 1st and goal. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
Takes the handoff. Now to throw. Has it in close. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons grow the lead to 7. Great opportunity to find a touchdown there, Brock, and they come through with 6.
Receivers want the ball everywhere on football fields. But you start smelling the end zone, they really want their chance. And they will tell you as a quarterback, just give me an opportunity and I'll make a play. He sure did.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Falcons grow their lead to 8. Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Corum now on the return. He dodged the tackle. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Rams headed out to the field now. They have a chance to tie this game back up, but they got to get this to the end zone first on a touchdown, and then again on a 2-point try. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And that run good for a handful as it brings up 2nd down.
It's one of those sneaky little runs, Kate, that gets you enough yards to create some doubt into that defensive coordinator. You could stick to the ground. You could throw beyond the sticks. You really create some indecision now defensively.
1st down run, nabs him 5, now 2nd and 5. Stafford. And there's a man there, it's intercepted. That is Jalen Walker. And the Falcons will be down inside the opposing 35 as they take over after that interception.
Hey, listen, when you're throwing down the middle of the field, you have got to be crystal clear in your vision. There are so many defenders that can get into those zones. That might be a case of the QB there trying to do a little bit too much and certainly didn't see the defender who comes up with the big interception.
Here's Atlanta ready to take over possession. And the turnover puts them right back out there. Just a few plays since they scored that touchdown.
Well, they didn't get much time to rest, but guess what, Kate? That defense didn't get much time to rest either. Now you can go in attack mode while they're still shaking off that last touchdown.
1st and 10 from the 32. Running here with Bijan. This drive is going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Cool thing about a drive starting run like that, Kate, is it really just gives you every opportunity in the playbook, whatever you want to do. But as for me, I like to reward that runner. Give it to him again and see if he can get you a new set of downs.
Run picks up 6, so that means it's 2nd and 4. Here's a give to Robinson. And he's going to take this to the 23. The stop made to set up 3rd and very short.
An offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to 1st down. But instead, the defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on the 3rd and short.
Here we go. Goal line formation coming out on 3rd and inches. QB sneak coming. And they're going to down him by contact as they've got enough for a new set of downs.
It's a gain of 2.
Kate, is there a simpler play in football that's come to life more than the QB sneak? We see all different varieties now, but it has become so darn effective. And when you got a tough QB that wants to put it on his shoulders, you sign up for it.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
On the stop. A gain of 2 brings up 2nd and 8 at the Rams' 18-yard line.
They give to Algier from the gun. And 2nd down only works out for a yard.
He's taken down at the 17-yard line. A 2-yard pickup brings up 3rd and 6.
They come to the line here, and this is 3rd and 6. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Looking for somewhere to throw. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that is 3 sacks for this defense in this contest, and that one forces a 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Even from the booth, Kate, I could hear it. I could hear that front 7 telling the guys on the back end, hey, all I need is a couple seconds of lockdown from you guys, and I'm going to get to this QB. You promise that you deliver? And that's exactly what they did. Wasted no time in getting that sack.
A lot of pressure on this kick for Zane Gonzalez. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's now a 2-possession game as the lead grows to 11.
It doesn't take a math major, Kate, to realize how important that field goal was. It's now a 2-score game really late and puts them in the driver's seat to go and finish this thing with the win.
Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Corum now on the return. He's stopped on the run back of the 27. Now LA getting its offense all set to go. They're coming off their first interception of the game. This drive now a chance to rebuild some confidence. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. Right side into the hands of Adams. And he gets this one up to the 40-yard line. That's going to go as a gain of 13 yards. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
1st down throw here for Stafford. Has him on the quick hitter. And they're going to haul him down just shy of the 40. It's a gain of 19 on the play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
That's another Rams 1st down.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Throwing now on first down. Stafford. Nakua here. He's got it. And he is in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams now within one score in the fourth. It's a Puka Nakua touchdown. So sensational work by the skill man there, Brock. Anytime you can make your quarterback look that good, you know he appreciates it.
That's a quarterback's best friend, no question. But on the other side, gosh, defensively, you got to get that skill player down. Period, end of story. You can't give up that much yards after catch.
Two-point try coming up. Stafford getting the offense set.
The Rams will line up for the two-point.
They want to run it across. And he's into the end zone, so the two-point try pays off. They cut the deficit to just a field goal here in the fourth.
38.
Critical two-point play there, Brock. The conversion puts them now in range of tying this sucker up with a field goal.
So different for everybody in the building, right? A three-point game, and especially different for the kicker. He wasn't needed there, but get yourself ready. Your defense does the job. You may need a game-tying field goal at some point soon.
Ball is set up, and it's away. Just a three-point game now. Alford now to return it. And in the end, he's able to get it to what used to be a touchback. It's at the 25-yard line. The Falcons and Kirk Cousins headed back out to the field now. And he has continued to own this defense and keep on throwing that football, partner, making this performance one that he's going to remember. But as you like to say, the defense would probably rather forget. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Slot man motioned over. 1st and 10. Here's Cousins. Connects on the crosser. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
That wasn't going anywhere else on that play. It's one of the ones called specifically for the tight end because they know he's able to get a good release off that play action, and then he gets himself in space to do some damage.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. Algier gets it on the draw. He's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
3rd and 4 coming up now. Out of the gun, Cousins. That's caught for the first. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. He picks up 15 on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta. 1st down.
Hey, Kate, they don't rightly care who it's going to go to in that situation. All they really care about are the results on 3rd down. And that's exactly the result they needed. Enough to keep this drive moving.
Here's Algier on 1st down. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
1st and 10, he keeps it on the option. Oh no, the ball is loose! Picked up by the Rams! And no return after that recovery. They do get the fumble, but they're going to have it deep on their own side.
There are so many fundamental details play the quarterback position, especially in the pocket. But you get loose, you make a nice little run, you get in the open field, you got to have the fundamentals to tuck that ball away. QB doesn't, defender knocks it out. Huge turn of events.
The Rams and receiver Puka Nacua back out to take possession. They really had the passing game clicking on that last touchdown drive, partner. We'll see if they stick with that or if they mix things up a bit on this series. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he powers ahead for about 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you get runs of that length. It may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
Stafford from the gun. It's incomplete. Should have been a catch downfield, but off his hands and to the ground it goes.
With how hard it is to get an open look downfield, can't let the coverage off the hook with the drop. Saw open space, started running before he was able to watch the ball into his hands.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got 3rd down. Back to throw it. He finds it. It's complete. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
The Rams, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap 1st down.
Markers are reset. Here we go. Ball at the 44. 1st and 10. Here's Stafford. Short pass brought in. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory.
10 more yards. Complete to Tutu Atwell. 10 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and inches at the Falcons' 46-yard line.
Options are open here. It's 2nd and inches. They'll give it to Williams on the option. And they make the stop. We're going to say it about the 37-yard line. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
Rams, 1st down.
They had the 1st down by a comfortable margin right there. Remember that play call. Put that one away. Could be a money play for them the next time they're in a similar spot.
1st down, and they go right back to it. And this play doesn't work out like the last snap, right? So you can only get back to the line as the defense all over this one. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9. That's the 2-minute warning here from Atlanta. Rams down by only 3. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. Completed over the middle. Tackle made at the 10. 1st and goal coming up.
A gain of 26 yards. That's another Rams 1st down. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
We hear about basketball on grass so much more of the space and speed coming to the NFL game. That play's so indicative of it. Get that point guard in the open field and let him do his thing.
From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he falls through the defense for a touchdown. The Rams jump in front late. Kyron Williams the touchdown. His 3rd of the game on the ground. So what a finish this is shaping up to be. The late touchdown here, Brock, moves them in front.
And week to week, what a pleasure it is for us to call these games. We never know what kind of game we're going to get. This one's been everything you could have wanted. And now, even though they've taken the lead, there's still enough time on that other sideline for them to go mount a response.
Falcons 41.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Falcons ready for their next possession. And this pressure has been playing volleyball in this fourth quarter, partner. That touchdown just served it over their way. Now they need a touchdown to return serve, put it back on the other sideline.
Yeah, I like what you did there. And I'll keep the analogy going. We're in the final set. And it almost feels now like a must-score drive.
Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. He'll look to throw it. Finds him over the middle. And he's short of the first after a mild gain.
A gain of 5 brings up 2nd and 5 at the 32-yard line.
5 still to go here. This is 2nd down. Setting up to pass. And this one's not going to connect. Knocked away, and that failure to connect, Brock, means it's 3rd down.
Incomplete.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets 2. It could have gone the other way.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down. To throw. That one's caught by Mooney. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game.
1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Two timeouts remaining and some time left to use them. It's 1st and 10. Here he is to throw. Pitts brings it in. And they get this down to the 44 before he stops. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be its 2nd. And they're still going to have 1 left at their disposal.
1st and 10 at the 44-yard line.
To the line for a new set of downs. Only a lone timeout at their disposal. Back to throw. It's his favorite target. That's London again. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
Teammates notice when they got a guy willing to take it on the chin to get rid of the pass. That's a pass that's going to earn a lot of points with the other 10 players, not just today, but when they go back and watch that play on tape.
Cousins to throw once again. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go. He's been a frequent target throughout this game, Brock. We've seen that coverage tighten up a little bit more on him every time the ball's thrown his way.
Well, hasn't taken him off the board completely. He's still beating them for some catches, but that heightened focus defensively does lead to moments like that one where what would normally be a catch falls incomplete.
Throwing now. Here comes a screen. Algier. We got the football clock, but not the first. That stopped just shy of the marker. 4th down. Now with 8 seconds remaining in the game, they're going to burn their final timeout. They've got to go for it in this spot, Brock. This is 4th down. Desperation time here. This is for the ball game. And again, they drop the interception. This time it's a good thing, though. Much better field position without it, thanks to the turnover on downs.
Hey, I am all for aggression. You get 4 downs, go for it. But I do have to wonder here, Kate, after being denied once again, is there going to be a trust level on that sidelines to go for it the next time they get this shot?
No timeouts remaining here, partner, so they can just run out this clock. Here's a design run. So it's the Rams who take this one on the road. This is the type of game everyone was hoping they'd see when they entered this stadium, Brock, you and I included. A close one that went all the way down to the final whistle.
And, Kate, this is one of the bigger adjustments a college player has to make to the NFL. In college, you get a lot of blowouts. The NFL, every game you get calloused because you know more often than not they'll be like this, a one-possession game that's not about how you start. It's all about how you finish.
So for Brock Heward, everyone here on our great crew, I'm Kate Scott, and this has been the NFL on EA Sports. The Rams are winners as we say goodbye from Atlanta. And his punter, Ethan Evans, going to send this one away.
And Monday Night Primetime is underway.
Here's Carter on the return. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
So out have the Falcons for their first possession. They're led out by a QB who made his starting debut all the way back in 2012.
You weren't still playing then, were you, Brock?
He's found plenty of touchdowns since then. It's Kirk Cousins.
Well over a decade has started in this league, and Kirk Cousins put up some prolific numbers. The thing that's eluded him, despite all the stats, are those playoff opportunities and those marquee postseason victories. I think Kirk, his family, and everybody rooting for him hopes the final chapters of his career will contain some of those.
Throw left side is caught by Pitts. And he has it right near midfield here. It's about a yard short.
They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
If they get a handful of these types of plays per game, the pass game coordinator is going to be one happy camper.
One play in, and they are already close to midfield.
First down throw for Cousins. That one's complete, right side. And they get there to take him down right around the 41.
Sometimes you're looking to push the ball down the field. But as I've said before, the crumbs lead to a cookie. And you never go broke taking a profit, and those big tight ends will often find you those easy check down yards.
Offense with an enviable spot to be in, 2nd and inches.
Cousins, a quick throw, complete. And he's able to get this down to the 36. They'll say he got 5 there, but Brock, all they care about is the first down that comes with it.
It sure seemed like he knew exactly where he was going with that right off the snap.
36-yard line.
They've got first down here from the 36. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
Back to the line they come, 2nd down. Design quarterback run here. And into the slide he goes after a gain of close to 5, Brock. That will bring up 3rd down.
And that's a pretty modest pickup for a QB keeper. On a traditional handoff, you'll take that yardage, but those QB keepers, so many times, they're really designed, Kate, for chunk plays in mind, double digits, and they nearly got it there.
3rd and 6 for them to figure out now.
To the air on 3rd and long.
He has the first over the middle. And he pushes this down to the 22-yard line.
It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. And he's into the front for a gain of about 2.
Well, that's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of reaction time you want when you face a draw play. They broke on it shortly after the draw started, and they contained it to a minimal gain.
Need a better result than that last run. It's 2nd and 8.
Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first point to this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10.
Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. So some defensive initiative in that goal to go, Brock. They take him down behind the line. 2nd and goal coming up.
Loss of 2 brings up 2nd and 12 at the 12-yard line.
Here's Cousins now.
Now trying to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core. Football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Cousins throwing again. And cut in the end zone for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons finish up an excellent opening series. Drake London with the touchdown. Well, no hesitations to start this one out, Brock. These guys came out slinging it. Seems like that's going to be what their offense leans on throughout this game.
Yep, don't see really any reason to get away from it as long as the results keep coming. The second drive, I think we'll all be watching that one. Will they mix in a little bit more run? Will they have to mix in more run, or could they continue to just shred this defense through the air?
That one splits the uprights. And the Falcons will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Blake Corum now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. So the Rams offense getting out there for their opening drive of the game. And leading them out, it's one of the game's all-time leading passers. The top pick back in 2009. Still going strong, it's Matthew Stafford.
All this guy did was lead the Rams to the playoffs for the 3rd time in 4 years, Kate, a season ago. Getting them their first postseason win, in fact, since Super Bowl 56. This guy, he already sits top 10 in career completions, yards, and touchdowns. He's been the model of consistency.
Throwing now on 1st down, Stafford. Nakua here, he's got it. He's taken down, but not before he has this all the way to the opposing 40. Give him 32 on that play. And the Rams have the 1st down.
Now, right there, that's what you want to see on your opening drive. Boom! Connect on a big shot, and instantly you set a tone that you're not going to be afraid to be aggressive in this game today. Boy, do I love that.
The first carry now for Kyron Williams. And they are set up excellently. This is down to the 18. They got 21 yards on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
He'll always sign off on it when that particular call comes in the headset and the running back gets a chance to hear it. A toss is his chance to get outside quickly and let that athleticism shine as he dances through the defense.
They go with Williams on the counter. And they're going to have 1st and goal after he picked up a nice chunk there. And after the play, one of the Falcons still out there injured. So we'll get a brief stoppage here as they check on him. First and goal, they're hoping for an opening drive touchdown. Short side option here, he's running left. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
I can promise you, that's not what it looked like on the practice field, nor on the whiteboard. Typically, QB run is going to net you a whole lot more yardage than that. But let's give some credit. Strong effort by that defensive front who contained a play that typically goes for a whole lot more.
Williams will not score. The defense holds and stops him short of that goal line. Now, I think they're going to have to stop things here. Yep, and they just did. One of the Rams is hurt, is going to need some help out there. Here we go, third and less than a yard. Trying to sneak with Stafford. And he gets in, touchdown! The Rams finish off their opening drive. Matthew Stafford the touchdown on a quarterback sneak to the end zone. All right, Brock, wondering your thought here, because to me it felt like they already had a play picked out to go for it on fourth down if that sneak hadn't worked. Do you agree?
Well, by they, if you mean the guys in the booth on the sideline, sure. But the 11 on the field, that effort just showed you they were not thinking about anything else but pushing it across the line.
Point after by Mevis is good. And the Rams start off well to tie things 7-7. So we've got a tie ball game now as they send this away. Here's Carter on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30. Onto the field comes the Atlanta offense for the second time. And I think they'd be content doing everything the same as their prior drive and getting another touchdown here. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And a couple of teammates combining there for the stop after just 1 yard.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender may be a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Throw right side, caught by Mooney. And he's going to be brought down in enemy territory now at the 46. They strike for 23 yards. And that's a Falcon first down.
The analytics will tell you a handful of these kind of plays per game, and your odds per drive of scoring go way up.
Here's a counter give to Robinson. And he can only manage 1 yard. The defenders were at the ready to bring him down.
These are the kind of runs, Kate, that just soften up a defense. Keep working on them. Keep working on them. And eventually you're going to break one of those counters for even bigger yardage.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. Hauled in by Mooney, left side. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
That's really good instinct by the eyes up in the sky. The play caller seeing space on the perimeter, a well-timed screen, and a positive gain out of it.
New set of downs for him from the 31. 1st and 10, around to Robinson. Went in there full steam ahead, but he ran out of steam pretty quickly. No gain on that one. Now we see after that play, one of the Falcons having some trouble out there. They'll head out to look at him. All right, here we go. 2nd down. Out of the gun, Cousins. Finds the in route, complete. And he's going to get this down to the 9. That puts him in goal to go.
It's a gain of 22 yards.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Going jumbo set on this 1st and goal. Here's Robinson. Well, so much for finishing things on the ground, huh? He is stopped at the line. They're going to have to regroup now on 2nd and goal.
taken down.
You know, Kate, these are the situations in training camp that I love more than anything to watch. You learn so much about a football team in these goal-to-go situations. You know you got to protect that goal line, and the defense, well, they did the job on first down. More to come.
Cousins out of the pistol here. From the pocket, looking for a target. Too much on that, and it sails through the end zone, incomplete. Well, what a stretch to begin the game, Brock. That finally his first incompletion. He had been perfect across so many looks before that.
Hard. It's just hard to be perfect with that kind of precision. That was rhythms, truly rhythm personified.
Yeah, it makes you marvel at the NFL record, doesn't it? Got slid this great note from our stats savant, Daniel Kitchen. Phillip Rivers owns that record, Brock. 25 straight completions to begin a game. And he'll go down shy of the end zone. They mark him at the 4.
That's such a bummer, Kate, for a quarterback. If you have to scramble and take off, you'd really like to find a way to move the chains. He could not. That defense rallied, they responded, and they forced a fourth down.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. This just 21 yards down the pipe. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And that's going to break our tie and give him a 3-point advantage.
I never saw a play script that ended with a field goal. It was always a touchdown that you wanted. But that's 3 points, and it's enough to give him the lead.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. There's Jordan Whittington on the return. He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Rams headed back after their second drive now. They'll try to emphasize what worked on their last drive, which ended, Brock, in a touchdown. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. He brushed him off with ease. By a man, he's in the clear. And he's out of bounds. Defenders get there to drive him out right near that 40-yard line.
It's a gain of
Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Simply put, Kate, that is a drive starter extraordinaire.
42-yard line.
Big shot to begin the drive has him up beyond the 40. First and 10. Here's Stafford. He's going to get a hand in there and knock that one away. So second down now after the incompletion.
That's just simply great positioning to swat the ball away. He stayed in a spot where he could disrupt the throw before the target and make a play on it.
After the incompletion, they come up on 2nd and 10. Drawing up the design keeper. And he's going to get him 7 there. It's 3rd down coming up.
Not that he needed to, but he'll always try and remind people that he's a threat running it, in addition to slinging it all over the field.
3rd and 3.
To the line. Here's 3rd and 3. Stafford from the gun. That's caught for the first. And he's marked down, looks like at the 32-yard line. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
Well, bless his heart. Where some quarterbacks look off double coverage and check it down, this guy just attacks it head on. And why wouldn't he if he's capable of beating it for that kind of result?
1st and 10 from the 32. Off the play fake, it's Stafford. Finds him on the crossing route. And they can't bring him down until he gets into that red zone at the 19. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
These QBs make it look easy, but that requires such a large amount of body control when you throw it on the move. You got to be able to get the same accuracy you would if your feet are set. Sure takes a lot of repetition to make it look easy.
Give to Williams from the gun. And good forward, about 5 yards, looks like. It's 2nd down now.
A humble 5 to 6 yard gain on the ground. Not a huge gain, not a game-changing play by any means. but one that keeps you on schedule and takes some of the starch out of that front seven.
So gain of 5 on that first down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on second. They stay on the ground with Williams. And he runs this one in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. Kyron Williams, the touchdown. Well, Brock, he found himself some space to work, and from there, wow, all athleticism as he made his way into the end zone.
You got that right, Kate. Just that speed. You got to have some different gear when you get down here to the red zone. It's hard to score rushing touchdowns, and that running back sees the open.
Now we'll pause. The officials want to take a good look at this and confirm it was indeed a touchdown. Ooh, it doesn't get much closer than this, Brock. Did that ball in any way break the plane of the end zone?
You know how I like to look at this, Kate? Imagine a plane of glass going from the front end of that end zone straight in the air, and any part of the ball, any part of it just touches the plane of that glass, and this is a touchdown.
The ruling on the field is reversed.
So after a second look, they say he did not break the plane. No touchdown. Offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Williams will not score, and it's not going to get back to the line either. I think he lost close to 3 on that play.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Backed up to the 4-yard line now. It's 2nd and goal. Shotgun snap to Stafford. That one's incomplete in the end zone. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And now they're left with 3rd and goal. And as that one falls incomplete, Brock, the pressure ticks up just a bit because this has been too good a drive to not pay it off in the end zone.
Yeah, Kate, it's time to find your best matchup.
Yeah.
Unless you're already committed to going for it on 4th, you've got one more shot. Players, not plays. Get it to your best player.
3rd and goal, it's Stafford. And he's got it. Has to lay out for it, but touchdown. The Rams take a field goal lead in our opening quarter. Devontae Adams, the touchdown. Slant route, as it does so many times every game we call, Brock. Paying dividends. Made that touchdown look a lot easier than it was.
An uncontested release that close to the end zone spells disaster for a defense every time, Kate. You got to have a whole lot more physicality at the point of attack because a QB is always going to be looking for that short little slant near the goal line.
That one right down the middle. And the Rams take a 4-point lead.
Falcons 10.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. On the return, here's D. Alford. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. Here's the Falcon offense headed out. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. They put Mooney in motion right. Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there.
Brought down right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10 at the 28-yard line.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. To the air, Cousins. Lofts it deep right side. Into a crowd, and intercepted. Kobe Durant has it. That's one of the longest throws we have or probably will see in this contest, partner. Too bad it wound up in the hands of the defense on the interception.
It is so easy to marvel at the sheer amount of distance he threw that football. But can we also take a step back and marvel about the amount of distance covered by that defender? He had to stick in coverage 50 yards down the field, and that's not just it. It's not even about getting there. Once you get there, you got to make the play. He did it. That is job well done.
L.A. bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Straight ahead with Williams. And they're going to take him down finally, but not before he puts his own goal line well in that rearview mirror. It's a gain of 12 on that one, and the Rams have the 1st down.
Okay, to run like that, just everybody gets to breathe. Things become so much easier when you start a drive with momentum like that.
And keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10. Play action now for Stafford. Finds his back, Kyron Williams. And that tackle stops him after a solid gain.
Kid, I don't know why every once in a while I'll get these little flashbacks, but a little play like that just flashes me back to the preseason, my first preseason, where one of the veteran QBs said, hey, Brock, whatever you do, just find completions. You will never go broke taking a profit. Go get a completion. They're at a premium in this league.
On the play fake, here's Stafford. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
When they were in their defensive meetings this week, that's exactly how you draw it up. Play sound zone defense. Give that quarterback nowhere to go and let that pass rush get home.
Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11. Here he goes, 3rd and long. It's on target to Williams. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
Williams now on 1st and 10. He's held it just a couple of yards on that carry, and that brings up 2nd down.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
We're through one on Monday Night Primetime. 14-10 our score. We'll make our return to Mercedes-Benz Stadium after this. Time for the 2nd quarter of play. It's Rams football. They'll have 2nd down as they look to continue this good drive. Complete out to the right side. And give him the 47-yard line, Brock, as he's nestled up right near that 1st down marker.
The goal of running that drag route is to get it to him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. They picked up a good chunk, and there was nearly room to add even more.
3rd down and 2 here. The offense coming to the line for its 7th play of this drive. Running for the marker with Williams. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. That goes as a 4-yard pickup, and it gets him a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Okay, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
First down throw here for Stafford. This is complete. Downfield to Smith. And this is going to get them all the way into the red zone. He's taken down at the 13-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock. So unsurprisingly, that gives him a 1st down.
Well, that's sure one way to take the lid off a defense. Great work to find the biggest hole in the coverage, and more importantly, go exploit it.
The motion a receiver left. Running right, it's Williams. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that 1st down play. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. He brings it in. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first.
There's no routes on the old proverbial route tree, Kate, that takes more trust than throwing an out route. You're throwing it to a spot and believing your guy can get there.
All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Defense showing blitz. Stafford. Catch made. And this drive is going to continue. He's taken down at the 2 on 3rd down. They've got themselves a 1st and goal.
That's good for a Rams 1st down.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your 3rd downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
Williams has nothing on that run. They stand strong and stop him at the 2.
They just could not even find a sliver of breathing room on that 1st down, and this is not an envious spot for this play caller to be in. I don't know what you go to now.
Trying again from the 2. It's 2nd and goal. Another for Williams. And this defense standing tall. They keep him out of the end zone. Give him 2 yards on the run, and that leaves them just inches short for 3rd down.
That's twice now where runs have not gotten them into the end zone, but you've kind of set yourself up. Actually, you've set yourself up really well for a little play action right here.
1 yard, all that's needed. This is 3rd and inches. He tries to sneak it, and he's in for the touchdown. The Rams parlay the interception into points. Matthew Stafford the touchdown. He finds his way in on the sneak. It's tried and true in 32 playbooks across the NFL for a reason, Brock. Even when teams see this one coming, just so tough to stop a quarterback sneak.
It feels like a win in today's football is just to stall them at the line on that play. So many groups are so effective with the QB sneak. But that time, the timing of the call, I think, was most important that led to the score.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. And this drive will start inside the 25. Now here come the Falcons on offense. They find themselves down 21-10 as they take over. Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Shaking off the pick quickly. He's going to throw. He's looking deep once again. He's got it deep downfield. And they're finally able to get to him and touch him down, but damage already done as they pick up that 1st down.
And the Falcons.
The analytics are pretty clear. It's hard to move the ball in this league with short little dinks and dunks. You've got to get the explosive chunk. You got to get the big play. And that throw to the outside, that gets the job done.
From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's going to have this one down to the 20. It's a gain of 22. And that is good enough for an Atlanta 1st down.
These runs, you get maybe a couple of them a game, right, Kate? He breaks that one, and we see him start to foot race. I think we were all rooting for the touchdown just a little bit. That's the type of effort that deserves to finish it in the end zone.
From the red zone on 1st. Hits him on the quick hitter. And he's able to get this down to the 13.
Hey, you like these results on 1st. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on 2nd down. That playbook wide open.
after a good pickup. They've got 2nd and 4. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Completed over the middle. And this play reaches the 12-yard line before the stop is made.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Rams going nickel here on 3rd down. Throwing now on 3rd and 2. They'll try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. Leads into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons make it a one-score game in the first half. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So the back does the work that time, Brock, taking it in for the touchdown.
Yeah, a running back in space can be an awfully dangerous weapon on a football field. Whether that's a designed route to him, a check down, you see what can happen, what kind of damage the elite running backs in this league can do.
Gonzalez connects on the point after. And the Falcons cut the lead down to 4.
Falcons 17.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Corum now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And that front is really going to need to buckle down and provide some more opposition because he's gotten off to an excellent start here. All right, working from the gun to start. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8. Now run here with Blake Corum. Defender gets to him right around the line. It's going to be marked as no gain. So, Brock, that means 3rd down coming up.
When you rush the passer, it's kind of like tracking down a runner. That same pass, same athleticism comes to life. He looked pretty good hunting his prey right there.
3rd down here. Need 8 on the play. Third and long for him here. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
You never, ever, as an offense, like 3 and outs, Kate, but you really don't like them on 3rd down when you throw into tight coverage like that. Got to manufacture a better look.
4th down punt coming up. Ethan Evans out to do the honors. And he's hoping for good results on his first look of the night. Looking to return from the 29. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The Falcons and Kirk Cousins headed back out to the field now. And at the pace he's begun the game throwing the football, Brock, he is in line for a special type of performance if they need to keep throwing it until the end. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Short pass brought in. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10. Here's Robinson up the middle. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly marked up too.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. They fake the handoff. Now Cousins. Mooney downfield, and he has it. And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. It's a 30-yard gain, Brock, so unsurprisingly, that gives him a first down.
If only every completion could get that kind of result. That's good enough to knock a defense flat on its back.
Thinking touchdown here after that big play. We've got 1st and 10 from the red zone. Working inside the red zone. This one's caught. And he'll be taken down at the last possible moment. He's at the 1. That's a pickup of 17 yards, partner, and it makes it 1st and goal.
Falcons first down.
Why in the heck do you need 2 or 3 plays when you can get it done in one effective call right there? Go from first down to first down, exactly the tempo offenses love.
Robinson reaches the end zone. Touchdown, Atlanta. The Falcons take a second quarter lead. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone and retake the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
Extra point is good by Gonzalez. And the Falcons push their lead to 3.
Falcons 24, Rams 21.
Out to kick it away. Here's Pinion. Corum now on the return. And he's brought down just inside the 25. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And in a high-scoring game to this point, everyone anticipating, well, even more points as they take the field. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. Stafford back to throw. Hits him on the out route. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Quarterbacks will look for their tight end short in just about any situation. They take away the deeper options. Well, there's their consistent source of positive yardage, the trusty tight end.
Halfway to the marker. It's 2nd and 5. Stafford now. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Puka Nacua the target on that throw. And it'll be 3rd and 5 coming up.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down. Stafford from the gun. This one's caught. Smith has it. And they're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
Now Stafford again. Catch made right side by Nacua. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 50-yard line.
Offensive line. This is 2nd and 4. A give right side to Corum. And he's tackled with a first down yardage.
Well, looky here. You don't even have to worry now about a third down call as that run moves the sticks. Now that call you had ready, though, you can recycle it. Save it for later for that next third down coming.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Let's see how they attack this first down, partner, from the 45. Corum again. And a great play is brought to an end as this one reaches the 35-yard line. They get an even 10 on that play. And the Rams have the first down.
First down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
Here's Jarquez Hunter getting his first look on the ground. And he gets this one down inside the 30. That's a gain of 5.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
First down run gets him 6, so now it is 2nd and 4. Shotgun snap to Stafford. Nowhere to go with it, so he's just going to throw this one away.
Throw away and incomplete. Xavier Watts on the coverage.
Needing 4 here on 3rd down. This is going to be the 9th play of this drive. Throwing now, Stafford. Complete beyond the marker. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. A 9-yard gain and good for a first down.
That's another Rams first down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the red zone now. Cut at the 10-yard line. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
As a quarterback, when you throw that curl route, you know it's a tight window, Kate. But the minute that DB turns and can't react to the throw, you put it right on your receiver's numbers. He comes back and gets it and moves the sticks.
1st and goal, Corum. And that play is brought to a halt, so you're going to say at the 5-yard line. This is going to go as a pickup of 4. 2nd and goal coming up.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you dial it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on 1st and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Now Stafford to throw. Setting up the screen here for Corum. And he's brought down real close to that goal line at the 1.
A gain of 3 yards. It's now 3rd and goal.
Well, Brock, a lot of scoring so far as we have reached our 2-minute warning. More on Monday Night Primetime in just a moment. Turned away from the goal line on the last snap. Need to make it 1 more yard here on 3rd and goal. Corum. And he takes it into the end zone for the LA touchdown. The Rams get some late points and the lead. It's a Blake Corum touchdown. A lot of pressure on him in that moment, Brock. Find a way to score. Don't let it go to 4th and goal. And he finds a way to come through and gets in the end zone for 6.
Now, how about the other side? Beating the defense right there as well. That group who was so close to pulling off the goal line stand, yet all that motivation wasn't enough to stop him on 3rd and goal.
That one splits the uprights. And the Rams take a 4-point lead.
24.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Here's Carter on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line. The Falcons and Drake London headed back out onto the field. And they've had a real connection looking his way in our opening half. Seems pretty clear that he's the one the coverage is going to have to adjust to and start slowing down. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Out of the gun, Cousins. They cross the 40. Nice run there. And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. That goes as a gain of 25 yards and picks up the first.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
Lockett isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Well, the first sack of the game, Kate, as you just called, is a big one. And they're going to make this guy pay if he's trying to play too much hero ball. Got to find a way to get the ball out of your hand.
Gonna need something special here. 2nd and 20 following the sack. To the air, Cousins. Again, he's under pressure, and he goes down. And these guys need to find a way to hold up better for their QB. This offense now facing 3rd down.
Kate, I don't know if I've ever told you, but my dad was a driver's ed teacher. And I could just hear him right now say, son, take this out of reverse and put it in drive, because this one's going nowhere right now. A drastic change on this play needed, and maybe a whole lot of luck to keep this series alive.
Not an enviable spot as they come up 3rd and long. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He's in trouble and gets brought down again. And talk about killing any momentum this offense had, Brock. 3 consecutive sacks, going to bring up 4th down.
I don't know why, Kate, but when I'm thinking of this series that we all just watched, I'm just hearing the sound thud. Not a whole lot of other ways to describe the set of downs that we just watched and the results that followed. It was 3rd and extra long, and now it's 4th and forever.
On to punt on 4th down, it's Bradley Pinion. Back deep for the Rams, it's Xavier Smith. And he collects the fair catch just inside the 35.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
First and 10 now with all of 15 seconds left to utilize in this half. Working from the gun. Here's Stafford. It's complete to Whittington. And he will have this across that 40-yard line before they manage to stop him. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down. So a 1-possession game, Brock, after our first 2 quarters. Now let's throw it over to our pal Scott Hansen. He's got our halftime report.
Okay, Kate, thanks very much. Welcome in, everyone. Scott Hansen here on the 5th floor studios. A little abridged version of the halftime report here, as both defensive coordinators might be having speaks with their players. That begs the question, can any defense get a stop in the second half? To find out, let's go back out to the stadium and join our commentary team, Kate Scott and Brock Heward.
All right, Scott, thanks so much. We are back, and this one's shaping up to be an exciting one. Very close game, Brock, as we start our 3rd quarter. Out to kick it away, here's Pinion. Whittington now on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line. The Rams back out on offense as we see Kyron Williams again. And unsurprisingly, Brock, a great day on the scoreboard so far for him. Has him with the advantage as we move through this 3rd quarter. LA offense all set. Here's 1st and 10. Back to throw. Here's Stafford. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Timing is everything in life, and timing is everything defensively. That throw was just a little bit late and gave the defense time to close, deliver a pop, and knock that ball loose.
Stafford now on 2nd and 10. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's taken down after a very productive effort there, Brock, up to the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 14 yards as the chains reset.
You'll often hear it said, in my life experience, it's true, the NFL is a game of matchups, so much more than any level. And these tight ends, we see it time and again, are such a matchup nightmare down the field.
Throwing now on 1st down. Stafford completed over the middle. And he'll be brought down a step or two shy of midfield. They're going to mark him at the 48.
The goal of that little drag route is to get him for at least a minimal gain with space to add after that. That picked up a good chunk, and it was nearly a big play.
Just a yard left to go on 2nd down. A give to Corum. Oh, he put him in the spin cycle. This is going to be down to, looks like about the opposing 36 for their next snap. A gain of 15 there. And the Rams have the 1st down.
What a great sign to start the 2nd half for this offense, because with a lead, well, the ground game becomes your best friend, the centerpiece for this offense, trying to chew up that clock.
He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 36. Give to Corum from the gun. And all he can get is a yard here, bro. It's going to be 3rd down.
He was brought down by Caden Ellis. A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Third and long for him here. He's got a man left. Good job defensively here to contain the pass. This is going to be 4th down.
Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes. They so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Mevis able to knock it through and add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
Well, they'll take it. Some points to add a little to what's still a pretty small lead. Eventually, I think we all know they've got to find a way to reach the end zone.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Alford now to return it. And a decent run back is going to end as they bring him down inside the 30. Onto the field runs the Atlanta offense. All their scoring has kept them close, but they still find themselves trailing by just a little in this 3rd quarter. First call here coming from the shotgun. London going to motion over right. On 1st and 10, it's Cousins. Caught by the open man. And they send him out of bounds as he gets this to the opposing 45. So a 27-yard pickup on that play. And that's a Falcon 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45-yard line.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play, and keep driving that defense backwards.
1st and 10, around to Robinson. And they do get him down, but the damage is done. This gets down inside the 35-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
Let's see, first it was a pass, now it's a great gain on the ground. They've got this defense on their heels.
32-yard line.
1st and 10 from the 32. Too much lead on that throw. That falls incomplete ahead of his target. Well, he already has himself one interception in his game, partner, and throws like that are going to find him another if he isn't careful.
Yep, those are the throws you want to intersperse, kind of sprinkle into your passing game. Because if they become the norm and you're constantly thrown into coverage, that's when one pick becomes two, two becomes three, and on and on and on.
Cousins is going to throw again. 2nd and 10. Finds him over the middle. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts him.
You put up the combine times of tight ends running a 40-yard dash, and they certainly don't run as fast as the safeties or the corners in this league. But when you get them going in the right direction and you get them dragging across the field like that, well, they can still do their damage.
Now Cousins on 3rd and short. Caught by Mooney. And the stop is made 3 yards from the end zone. It's going to be 1st and goal.
It's a gain of 25 yards on the play.
Some of these quarterbacks, Kate, I swear, it's just instinctive. Like a great running back, they just know how to buy a little bit more time and to create space to find those completions outside the pocket.
This offense in position now. It's 1st and goal. Robinson is in for the Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons start the second half with some needed points. It's a Bijan Robinson touchdown. His 3rd total score in this game. So they punch it in for 6, Brock, and now a conversion away from tying this game back up.
This one just has the feel, doesn't it? The makings of a one-score game in the 4th quarter that could go either way.
Gonzalez now for the extra point. Extra point set right down the middle. And the Falcons tie this game up. Now after tying this game up, they're all set to send her away. Whittington now on the return. He stopped on the run back at the 27. Out come the Rams on offense. And it's an important drive to get momentum back after that touchdown tied things up. LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. And they're going to throw out of the gun. And he let his man just a little too much there. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't connect with Puka Nacua. So it's 2nd down coming up.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Back to the air we go on 2nd. Stafford. Short pass brought in. This is close, but I think they stopped him short, partner. Yep, the spot's at the 37. It's going to be 3rd down.
Sure nice to see them looking for their tight ends in the passing game. Such great size to have out there. It really forces defenses to try to find a way to defend them along with everybody else.
Trying to sneak with Stafford. And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
It's a gain of a yard.
That may not look like much, but that is a confidence builder for quarterback and offensive line in particular. When you know you can push the pile on 3rd down on a sneak and get a 1st down, You may have to come back to that in a bigger moment in this one later.
They're going to run on first down with Corum. He's only able to get back to the line. It's going to be second down.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. 1 yard gain brings up second and 9.
Play action now for Stafford. His pass caught by Nakua. And they push this down to the opposing 47-yard line.
It's a gain of 14
Big
yards.
gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Yeah, these in cuts maybe aren't the hardest throws from a degree of difficulty, Kate, but it does take some courage as a quarterback to throw into congested spaces, but it can pay big dividends.
A give up the middle to Corum. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
You want to see the term read and react with a little video in the football dictionary? That's it.
10 at the 47-yard line.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's second and 10. They give to Corum on the draw. They stuck with him and got the same results. He is stopped at the line once again to quickly bring up third down.
Big man up front said, not in my house. Let me tell you, Kate, once you're in the grasp of one of those big old fellas on the D-line, you're done. They would say it on the East Coast like this. It's over. Over.
This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. They'll air it out on third. Connects on the crosser. And they're going to get just inside that red zone on the big play down to the 19. We'll get an injury stoppage. That's one of the Rams who's pretty shaken up and being tended to. So a new set of downs. Here we go. 1st and 10. Giving this to Hunter. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, you got to tackle behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Stafford from the gun. This one's caught. And he takes this in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Rams take a 3rd quarter lead. Well, this has definitely been a tight one throughout, Brock. So now that they've taken the lead, the question becomes, can they hold on to it?
And that question right there is one the defense has to answer. But this sure had the look of a drive where a coaching staff challenged that offense, saying, hey, we need a big drive from you guys right here. And sure enough, that offense delivers.
Yeah, no doubt. That one right down the middle. And the Rams break that tie and now lead by 7.
31.
Here's Evans set to kick this away. Alford now to return it. And this drive will start inside the 25. The Falcons, and running back was John Robinson, getting set to begin another drive. And after the impressive drive we just witnessed, you gotta imagine that they are hoping to respond with something similar.
Yeah, and I don't love to use the word can't, right? But this can't be a 3-and-out for this offense right here. They got to give their defense a chance to catch their breath and turn some of the momentum in the building.
Atlanta about ready to go now. 1st and 10. Throwing his Cousins. That one's complete over the middle. And he'll take it up to the 30 before being brought down.
Drake London. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the 30-yard line.
2nd and 3 now. Here's Cousins now. That won't be caught outright. It's incomplete. That throw is looking for Kyle Pitts. And now they'll face a 3rd and 3.
That is normally a gimme for this offense, these short throws. But the defense, well, they had just enough influence on that play to force the incompletion.
No connection on the last play. Now it's 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Cousins. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
And the Falcons, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
From the 40-yard line now. This is 1st and 10. There's the fake. Cousins to throw. All in left side. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a 1st down.
I can't tell you how nice it is to have a big, trustworthy tight end in the passing game. Such great size to have, and he forces those defenses to find a way to try to match up when they can't.
Robinson on the inside give. He is down to the 30-yard line. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta. 1st down.
It really is pretty simple. If you want to run against a 3-4 group right up the gut, number 1, got to control that nose tackle. Number 2, you got to get people to the 2nd level. That was teaching tape.
They send the tight end in motion. 1st down, and they go right back to it. No repeat success in that last run as he only is able to get back to the line on this play.
Well, that's just about textbook defense and how to shut down an RPO. The coverage was tight, the numbers were up, and then the bodies were there to stuff that run before it could get going.
2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Out of the gun, Cousins. The left side is caught by Pitts. And he'll be brought down here at the 23-yard line.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on a throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Drive has gone 8 plays now as they face 3rd and 3. Working from the gun, it's Cousins. Coverage holds up, and he just had to get rid of it.
Everybody wants to play quarterback until a play like that. Almost no resistance off the ball, and the defense ready to maul you. It was all he could do to get rid of it before he gets just clocked.
Zane Gonzalez on to attempt this field goal. 1 for 1 so far. This is from 40. The kick by Gonzalez is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. 2nd time they brought him out for a field goal, and 2nd time, well, he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Corum now on the return. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. The Rams and Matthew Stafford set to go back on offense. And he'll be happy to keep letting it fly as much as he has all game. Look at these numbers. They show just how effective he's been in captaining this offense. Rams ready for this one. Here's 1st and 10. They'll start on the ground. Corum. This drive's going to start out with a gain of 5 before they bring him down.
Sure, a whole lot of noise to sort through up the middle, but by the time he figured everything out, he was able to hit them for a decent gain.
34-yard line.
First down run, nabs him 5. Now 2nd and 5. They send a receiver in motion right. Second down run by Corum. And whatever they were trying to do there is not going to work. Defenders all over it, so they take him down for a loss.
What was supposed to move the chains, or at least make 3rd down easier to handle instead, well, did the exact opposite here, Kate. It now makes this 3rd down a whole lot trickier to figure out.
So a tough spot now. This is 3rd and 9. Here he goes, 3rd and long. He has the first over the middle. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. That one goes for 17 yards and moves the chains.
First down. It's a gain of 17
It takes a certain level of fearlessness, craziness to work over the middle of the field in this league. You're fighting through guys as you go, and all the while you know you could take a lick at any time.
On the handoff, it's Corum. He's going to get this to the opposing 41. They gain 11 on that play, and the Rams have the first down.
That's another Rams first down.
Hey, these are the type of games he's counted on to get when they're available. Unfortunately, we had tremendous vision to see the seam and get through it before that window could close.
Now a toss play for Corum. Quite the turnaround these last 2 plays, huh? Nice gain on 1, and now they get him behind the line.
You know, we love to talk about corners, those corners that both love to tackle and cover. It's kind of the same thing with these defensive ends. Most of them love sacks. They love rushing the quarterback. But those that run down a toss play like that, they separate themselves from others.
Shotgun snap to Sanford. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's brought down after a short gain.
A 3-yard pickup. And it's 3rd down.
Falcons bringing out an extra defensive back for 3rd down. Third and long for him here. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
They'll bring out the punter here. And he's hoping for a well-placed strike. This one's headed for the sideline and out. We'll get the mark. They say it's at the 9 where it crossed. The Falcons and receiver Darnell Mooney headed out there now. And they settled for a field goal on their last series, so points are a positive, but they'll look to upgrade to a touchdown here. Falcons getting ready. Here comes 1st and 10. Back to throw, Cousins. He's got a man left. And he hauls this one up to the 11 before being stopped.
Just stay on schedule. Just stay on schedule, right? SOS. Bad thing on a ship. Good thing on a football field. Even a little completion keeps this offense on schedule.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the gun, it's Robinson. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
A gain of 9 yards. And the Falcons, 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he's brought down by a collective effort there. Only 1 yard on the carry.
New set of downs is not off to a real good start here, Kate. And I know every yard counts in this league,